any fucking thing is possible right now. Like there's no more certainties.
No.
And again, that's why I moved back to Belgium. Like I was out there, man, in the world, and I was peeping game. Like, yo, this shit is like it's starting to go down. Like it's becoming real unstable out here, and I was like, let me take my girl and go back to safety, go back, live behind the castle walls and kind of like see what's going on. Still build, be productive in other ways, but
you realize that you and your girl, I mean, you're kind of stuck here right now, right? You realize that because of traveling, what you were used to traveling, you were used to staying in other places. That's going to be on a hold right now, right?
We are stuck in a good way.
In a good way.
Because, you know what? Like, the whole Corona thing, I feel like the biggest benefit of this all is, like, FOMO, fear of missing out, has completely vanished. It's just disappeared because...
Nobody else is having fun. So.
Exactly. but, like, in a way... I do feel like less is more in that regard. And it's helping us. It's helping us build our quote-unquote boring adult life. Because it's like, hey, when 80% of your Instagram feed is posting throwback pictures, you know what time it is. Ain't nobody doing nothing. And that's something that I kind of like about this whole lockdown situation. It's like there's no temptation, there's no jealousy, there is no envy. And me and my girl, we both traveled a lot. I traveled a ton, she traveled a ton. We didn't save a lot of money because it's hard. Well, it's quite impossible to travel and follow your dreams and be conservative and save money at the same time. So, like at one point, we're both in our early 30s. It's like, yo, what are we gonna do? Like, we're gonna spend the rest of our lives living out of Airbnbs and hostels, like having roommates, or like you want to build something. Like the time is now. Energy is your most valuable equity, and that shit is only gonna go down with age. That's just a fact. And also, the older you get, like I feel like there's a direct correlation between your age and your need for some type of luxury, like a certain level of like comfort. I remember I didn't need anything, and I'm like, hey, I kind of like nice things,
Yeah, of course.
And in that regard, it's just like in our individual case, I feel like we got lucky in a sense, and we talk about that all the time.
Yeah, but you have a foundation. You have a foundation, and what I think, if I'm hearing your story correctly, and if I'm seeing how you're living now, it's stability. You were stable before that. You were traveling the world. You were going from hostel to hostel. You had your girl and everything. But now you want to build something. You want to build a foundation.
Yes.
You want to build stability, and you want to grow from there. It's nothing bad in having traveled the world and then coming back saying, you know what? I'm gonna plant my bricks right here. I'm gonna plant my flag right here. This is my place. You can still travel, but it's gonna be less than before. But you're building your life. You're building the future. And if the future means that you're building it here and growing with your woman and growing a family and spreading out your roots in this town, that's life, man. Because if you'd ask me for tips, I would give that as a tip.
Exactly.
Do that. But if you had somebody else, a globetrotter, he would say, nah, travel the world, go around, blah, blah, blah. You can still do that. You just need a hybrid.
And even though we are, in fact, in my place of birth right now, in my hometown, but it doesn't mean that this is the last stop. Like, and that's also why we're renting. That's another thing. Like in Belgium, like as you know, it's considered blasphemy to rent and not buy, because renting is burning money. Buying is the way to go, because loaning money from the bank is basically saving money. You're not loaning money, you're making an investment. You're going to flip it later, get the money back. And I'm like, you know what? It's not that black and white. Like, it really isn't. And in our case, the real estate market right now is absolutely fucked up. Like, it's way overpriced. Everything is way too expensive for what it is. And secondly, flexibility. Flexibility. Like the option like to be able to say, you know what, this ain't it, like, or this was it, but after 2 years we had enough. So we are here right now, and we are reaping all of the benefits from living close to my family. Shout out to my mom and my dad, who take amazing care of us and help us in any way they can. Amazing people. Luckily for me, they also have a great, amazing relationship with Katya. But this is all like, this is not us saying like, you know what, we're going back to your hometown to die. Like, you know, like, dude, if all goes according to plan, I might be in motherfucking, I'll be in a villa in South America 10 years down the line, man, doing this podcast with you. Peru, man, why not? Why not? Well, you have
some connections there.
Shit, man, I do. But the thing is, everything has to calm down. Everything has to settle down. Yeah. Like just today, man, I was reading this article about this new mass grave that was discovered in Mexico. And this shit happens like every other week there. Like just entire fucking villages being wiped out, killed. Mexico is crazy, man. Like that's another thing people don't really talk about. Like that country is just, there's entire cities that are just, you know, ran by the cartel. But like not to get into Mexico, like my point was, and I've spoken about that many times already, like I value safety, man. Like I've suffered enough, I've been in the hospital enough. I always say I do not want to have survived cancer twice to then get killed from my watch. Because I'm in a fucking crazy ass country. You know, so let's see what happens. And right now we're building, and Belgium is the best place to build.
But she has a job here. You have your stuff that you can do here. So I mean, that's already a first, right? So that means you're happy here for the moment now here. So
dude, I gotta say, like, and today you're catching me on a little bit of a lower frequency, but overall, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Do you need help making better decisions in your life? Are you lacking self-confidence and motivation to get things done? Hire me today and get a direct daily line of communication with me through video chat and audio messages. I operate on a week-to-week basis, so no long-term investment is required. 7 straight days of Viking advice will get you right on track. Email me at lorenz.dries@gmail.com and change your reality. I'm ready whenever you are. See you soon.